if you're in the comic book omnibus community online, you know who this guy is. He makes custom dust jackets for omnibuses. I ordered one from him recently. It had spelling errors through it. Well, it had like I think three or four. I'm gonna go over them on here. And I basically tried to point those errors out to him, and I asked him if he could repair them, and he got upset. I'm not entirely sure why he got upset. I'm going to show you the conversation that we had here. We had this conversation on Instagram. So basically, before I get into it, I wanted to get a custom dust jacket for Spider-Man by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus. And I asked around online. Everybody was telling me this guy here, this Roy guy, makes custom omnibus dust jackets. So I figured, okay, I'm going to reach out to him on Instagram. So I did. And this is what I said. I said, hi, I was wondering if I could order a custom dust jacket for Spider-Man by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus. And of course, he replied by saying, hey, for sure, I have these $9 custom dust jacket PDF files for the Spider-Man by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus. He sends me the link. He says you can pick a version. And PayPal me $9 through friends and family. Gives me his email address, and he says, please add your email and Instagram username to the message box, and you will receive a link to download the dust jacket. So then I say, thanks. I just sent you the then money. Excuse my spelling. I just sent you then money on PayPal. Oh yeah, and then I correct myself and I say then equals the. And then he says, I received it. Thank you. Email coming in a few minutes. Sent. And then I respond by saying, thanks, but you sent me the wrong one. This is the one I would like. Oh yeah. So at first I thought he sent me the wrong one, but it turned out, no, I actually made the mistake. And I said, oh wait, I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong request. 1 second. And then I sent him the one that I wanted. And I said, that's the one. Now, I recognize that this was my mistake. And so, well, hold on. So I say, okay, I just reordered it. So I recognize here that this was my mistake. I didn't expect him to send me two different dust jackets when I only paid for one. So, $9 a dust jacket. I figured, what the hell? I will just order the second one. I guess that just means I get two dust jackets. And I did that because I didn't want him to feel like he was out of money or I was cheating him in any way, which is kind of weird because, anyway, I'll just continue. Then he says, hey, sorry, I was out. You didn't have to send the PayPal again. You should be able to cancel it easily on your side. Let me send you the correct link. Quick question. Did you send $9 USD? Because I've only received, and he says $5.85. And then I go on to say I sent $9 US. I think it was converted, but I'm not sure. Also, I am unable to cancel the second payment. Is it possible you can refund me? Okay, so he could if he and I'm just going to say here, if he chose not to refund me, I really wouldn't have cared. But anyway, that's beside the point. And then I say, and please let me know if you got the first $9. And he says, yep, no problem. Yes, I got it, but it was $5. It was €5.85. I hadn't checked. Maybe there was a fee because €5.85 is a little more than $6 US. That's weird. Yeah, and I guess there's an issue because I'm actually in Canada and it's a little different, but whatever. So, and look, I'll say right here too, if he had a problem with any of this, I would have sent, like, he could ask me right there to send him a few more bucks. I would have done it. Not a big deal. Then I say, well, there you go. I say it right here. Well, if there is a difference, I can pay it, no problem. Then he says, I just used the refund function. Could you please tell me if it worked? It's the first time I'm using it. So yeah, he sent me a refund. I said, if you refund me the second payment, I will send you another $3 and we should be good. He said, don't worry, it's okay. My math is all crazy. I'm not even sure if I was working that out right, but whatever. He says, don't worry, it's okay. And then I say, I got 246 pounds back. And then, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that was there, but it was personal information that I blocked out of his. Oh yeah, because I think I sent him pictures of it or whatever. Anyway, and then he says, can I ask you where you live? It feels like PayPal is taking a chunk every time. Then I say, I got the full refund back. It's all good. I live in Canada. I think we are good. I got the refund and I received the file. Thanks a lot. And then a little while later, I say, hello again. I was wondering if you could suggest a print company. Yeah, so I asked him if he could suggest a print company who would be willing to print my dust jacket, because I was having a hard time finding one. I said, I have looked everywhere online, but I have been unable to find one. Thanks again. He says, hey, you should ask your local shops around you. I do not have any address in Canada, unfortunately, but people usually go to local printing shops. I've heard about Staples and FedEx and sure, blah, blah, blah. And then I say, okay, I'll keep searching. Thank you. And he says, no problem. And I say, hey, I'm not sure what I was writing there. I probably meant I was able to print the dust jacket and wanted to say thank you. Also, I wanted to make you aware of something on the front cover. Paul Securia, I don't know how to say that name, but whatever. His name is misspelled. I'm going to show you that later in this video, but on the cover, so Paul Securia or whatever his name is, he's an artist of the book. He's one of the artists who wrote on the Spider-Man Omnibus. His name is on the front cover and it was misspelled, which I'm going to show you later. That was one spelling mistake. There's more, but this was one, and I'm going to show you all of them in a bit. So I said, Paul Securia's name is misspelled. Is it possible at some point you could send me a copy of the dust jacket with the correction? No hurry. It's not a detail I am in a hurry to fix. And he said, hello, I'm sorry. I will fix it today. And then he says, I just sent you a new link via email. And then I say, thank you. I just read through all the text, and unfortunately, I found a few more errors. I will attach images to this message of the errors. I found also in the creators part, as well as the part that outlines Spider-Man's life story, there are multiple spots where words are double spaced. Would you be able to make these corrections? Okay, so I'm not going to show you them right now. I attached them to this message, but unfortunately, because I'm looking at this on PC, those add-ons didn't carry over, but I sent those pictures to him, and I'm going to show you those pictures at the end of this video. Excuse me, I'm not very good at video editing. I don't do this a lot. And then, yeah, so unsupported message. I think that was the images I sent them, but I'm not sure. Then I say, so I sent them the images of the spelling errors, and I underlined the text. I underlined the errors with a pen. And then he says, these are custom dust jackets. They will never be perfect copy of the original. I can, of course, correct the typos, but the double space are here so the words are on the same line as the original dust jacket. And you know what? I was okay with that. I went on and said, okay, no problem, thanks, because I didn't know. I thought maybe he just made a mistake. But look, I mean, honestly, it's a small thing. If some words are double spaced, who cares? So that's why I just went on and said, okay, no problem, thanks. And then he says, could you please check if you sent Canadian dollars instead of USD? I reached out to PayPal and didn't get an answer. And then I say, if I owe you a couple of dollars more, just let me know. Because, yeah, and then what I did is, you see the unsupported message there? So I sent him snapshots of what I sent him, and unfortunately, because I'm looking at this on PC, I was unable to show them to you. But I have them. And then, yeah, I said, if I owe you a couple of dollars more, just let me know. And he says, oh, so there was a fee. I've been trying to understand what happened. That's weird. And then he says, no, don't worry. I just didn't understand the amount I received. It's the first time there's a fee. There shouldn't be any fee through friends and family. And I said, no worries. And I said, also, I just wanted to ask when I should expect to receive the PDF. So I'm, of course, talking about the dust jacket. And then he says, just refunded you. There shouldn't be any modification needed now. Have a nice day. And I'm like, what? What happened? So I don't know. I don't know if I said something offensive to him in any of this. I don't see anything here that I would take as being offensive. And then I went on to say, oh, are you unable to make PDF. And I even said, I also could pay you more, as I know it requires you to make a few changes. Money is no issue. Yeah, because I recognized here that, you know, this guy keeps having to go into the dust jacket and make modifications and make corrections, even though they're his mistakes. But still, I was willing to pay him a little bit more, simply because I was appreciative. I appreciated that he was doing this for me, and I really wanted that dust jacket. So if I had to pay him a few bucks more, that's fine. Now, I went, and then he blocked me after this. So I don't know what I said here. If you're watching this, anyone out there, and you see something that I said that was offensive here, please let me know, because I really don't know what I said to offend him. I was trying to be as nice as I absolutely possibly could. But just a side note, I went on to, so the first dust jacket, actually, you know, I'm going to show you right here before I continue. Okay, so that's the dust jacket. That's the dust jacket right there. That's the entire thing. I don't know how clearly you can see it. Now, Paul, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8th name down. Paul, whoa, is that another? Hold on a second. Okay, so hold on a second. Paul, he spelled, hold on. So he spelled Paul Secura, whatever his name is, he spelled the last name wrong there. But he also spelled the first name wrong. I just noticed that right now. He spelled it P-A-U-L-P. It's supposed to be P-A-U-L-O, Paulo Secura. And his last name is supposed to be S-I-Q-U-E-I-R-A, not S-I-Q-U-E-R-A. So he actually spelled both. See, I just found another spelling mistake. I didn't even know that one was there. So he spelled his first and his last name wrong. And to be honest, you guys can look at all the other names here. I don't know if he spelled any of them wrong. I didn't look at all of them. But there you go. So that's 2 mistakes right there, just on the front jacket, on the front cover. Now, I underlined a couple of the spelling mistakes here. The son of the, so this is describing like the authors and or the author and artist. I can't even remember. But it says, the son of industry pioneer Joe Kubert, Adam Kubert, has won numerous comic industry achievement awards, including, so it's supposed to say including, an Eisner Award. So there's another mistake right there. And then if you go down a little bit more, including revisiting the world of Logan and Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine, the blockbuster sequel, Origin 2, and Smash It event series. It's supposed to say Smash Hit, not Smash It. So that's another spelling mistake right there. So, and then here it's talking about Chris Bacalo. If I'm saying that name right, I don't know. Go down a little bit. His art has also graced the pages of New Avengers, and his unique style proved a perfect fur for, so that fur is supposed to be fit. So he spelled that wrong as well. So there you go. That's, and look, there's a close-up of it right there. A perfect fur, right? So that's, so that is another spelling mistake. And look, I'm going to say this too, right? I spent $50 to get this jacket printed. Now, some people might think that, I'm not going to get into that. I spent $50 to get this jacket printed. That's a lot to spend on something like this. I agree. But you know what? That's how much I trusted Roy. He was so highly recommended. So many people recommended him. I've seen his work. His work is phenomenal. That I was like, you know what? I can't find anyone to do it except for one company. One company will print it, but they'll print it for $50. I thought, you know what? This Roy guy, his work is phenomenal. I trust him. If anything, he should be flattered that I'm willing to spend $50 to have his work printed. That's how much I liked his work. So he should actually be flattered by that. And you want to know what's funny? Is even though I spent $50 on this, if he made these corrections, I would have spent another $50. I would have spent $100 on one dust jacket. That's how much I liked his work. So, you know, and I don't just throw away $50. And look, I'm not crying about losing $50. $50 is not life changing, right? Like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to suffer because I lost $50. But the point is, I trusted this guy that much. I trusted his work that much that I thought, you know what? I'm in good hands. I'm going to get a dust jacket. I didn't even think to myself there could be spelling errors because I don't know, it just didn't cross my mind. So my advice to anyone who orders a dust jacket from Roy, make sure you go through it and make sure you check it good. Check everything. Because if he can make, I'm not even sure how many spelling mistakes I counted here. 2 on the front cover, right? And then 1, 2, 3. So 5 in total, right? 5 in total that I counted. And I'm going to be honest with you, I just skimmed through this. I didn't take my time. I skimmed through it and I found 5. There's probably more. And so if you have ordered dust jackets from Roy, there's a good chance there's spelling mistakes on yours too. Make sure you read that because it's very easy to miss.